I'm walking in the mall, okay, it's time to grow some balls. If she really gon' be yours, oh my god, I'm walking towards her. My mind screaming stop, but my legs keep walking forward.
This is Jonathan from Primal here at the convention center in Okinawa, Japan, at the mall. You know, gaming on chicks and all that. But what I want to talk about, because I see it a lot, the guys that approach women, is most guys don't know how to approach women in the daytime, or any place, anywhere, at any time, whether it may be Starbucks, the mall, anywhere where there's a high volume of chicks, guys that know how to approach women. And so the two things that I see, and the two approaches that I see guys doing, are directs and indirects. Now, a direct approach is when you convey your intentions from the get-go. So that's if I go up to a girl, I'm like, hey, you're cute. She already knows what my intentions are at that point. But I don't really like doing that, you know, because at first, that sets off a red flag in her environment. Because what do people think when you do that? They think, oh shit, this guy's trying to bang this girl now this guy's trying to get this girl's number, and now she'll be more aware of her environment than of actually listening to what you have to say. She'll appreciate that compliment and all that kind of stuff, but at the same time, she might be awkwardly nervous. She'll be like, well, thank you for your compliment, I gotta go, because of the environment. So the bad thing about being direct is the environment. The environment plays a big role whenever you are direct. Where being direct does work is actually in a club environment. Because the environment, what does that convey? What is the environment? What is the tone in a club or a bar? You know, it's sexual. So if I go up to a girl, and I'm like, hey, you're cute, everybody around me is gonna look at me weird. They're like, hey, this is a fucking PUA, trying to pick up this girl. No, it's normal, because that's what that environment is. You know, and so the thing that you don't want to do sometimes in the daytime, like if I'm in a Starbucks and I go up to a girl and there's a lot of people around us, I'm like, hey, you're very cute. If she's around her friends as well, that sets all the pressure on her, because everybody's like with their popcorn thinking, what's she gonna reply? What's she's gonna say? You know? And so for the direct approach, you can get results from that in the daytime, but consistently though, I would not do it in the daytime. That's more of what you do. That's more of an approach that you do in a nightclub or a bar, just in the night scene. Now, the second one I was talking about is the indirect approach, which a lot of fucking shows do, which is, hey, what's the time right now? Or, where's the local Walmart? Oh, you know, the Walmart's over there. And then what does the guy try to say? Oh, what's your name? The thing that I don't like about the indirect approach is that you don't show your intentions. You don't show them at all, essentially. Because what happens is that the transition from trying to show your intentions after you're so indirect, it's weird, it's awkward. For example, if I go up to a girl, I'm like, hey, where's the nearest 7-Eleven right now? And she's like, oh, it's on 6th Street, 2 blocks away. Okay, what's your name? She's gonna kind of be like, what the fuck? Like, don't you have to be at that 7-Eleven? Or if I ask her the time, she's gonna be like, you asked me the time, so you must be kind of busy. I only recommend the indirect approach because I only recommend the indirect approach if you can calibrate and you're good at switching the topic, which a lot of intermediate guys in the game are good at doing. The indirect approach works very well here in Japan because the mere fact that you're approaching a girl is actually too direct. So you kind of want to, because in their culture, you're like a unicorn if you approach. You're like, what the fuck? Because their culture is very shy, very, very, very shy. So you kind of want to counterbalance that with being indirect, if that makes sense. But I still don't like to do the indirect approach either, because it doesn't really convey your intentions that well, and it doesn't leave the door open to actually show your intentions because it makes it awkward. So now you're probably asking me, Jonathan, how the fuck do I approach girls at all if I can't do it directly or indirectly? And that's when I say you approach girls indirectly direct, which is what I like to do in the daytime while I'm approaching girls anywhere, anytime, any place. Because indirectly direct is where you're indirect enough to where it's not gonna set off her environment, set off the red flags, set off, oh, he's a PUA, you know, oh, he's trying to fuck me, but also at the same time, it's direct enough to where I'm leaving the door open and I'm leaving it up to her interpretation whenever I talk to her. So now to explain how to be indirectly direct is I like to do two things when I talk to a girl and I approach her by being indirectly direct. And that's complimenting her on something that she's earned or speaking about the environment. Now, first thing, when I compliment about a girl that's something she's earned, she's gonna be way more appreciative of that compliment. It seems more genuine, such as, Gio, come here. If he would pretend he's a girl, if I said, I like the way your black jacket goes with your black shoes. She's gonna be like, thank you. That compliment seems more genuine. And also, what it does, it doesn't set off the alarms around everybody else. Baby, shut up. It doesn't set the alarm around everybody else as well. Everybody else isn't looking at me like, oh my God, he's trying to pick her up. I simply commented on her shoes and how the shoes matched her black jacket. But at the same time, I'm leaving it up for interpretation. I'm leaving the door open because now she can think, well, since he likes my shoes and my jacket and he likes my style, he actually might like me, you know? So now when I actually go in kind of a little more direct and I have a conversation with her and I want to actually tell her, you know, I find her cute and all that kind of stuff, it's not going to seem as pick-up-y. It's not going to, you know, it flows, it transitions easily. Also, what I like to do is I like to comment about the environment around me. Whether that may be you're walking in New York City, you may be at a beach. So like I said, always comment about your environment. So if I'm commenting about my environment, I could be at the beach, right? And I see a girl and her family. And that's what I'm saying. Being indirectly direct, you can approach in any situation. So she's with her family at that point. So now, all I gotta say to her, if I see her at the beach with her family, I can go up to her and I can say, hey, you guys like the view? Or I can particularly talk to her and be like, hey, do you like the view? Her parents are gonna look at me like I'm weird or anything like that. They're gonna be like, oh, he's just talking about the view. And so once I tell her about the view, I can lean on to things such as like, yeah, I swim here all the time. She'll be like, oh, you do? But at the same time, I'm leaving the door open now because now she can be like, oh, maybe you can show me around sometime. I'm not gonna directly ask her, hey, do you wanna hang out, you know, and I can show you around the beach, but I'm allowing her, I'm opening the door and allowing her to step foot in it because I'm being indirectly direct. And so that's what I'm saying by being indirectly direct, is you can approach anytime, any place, anywhere. Like I said, the first things first, compliment her on something that she has earned, not something that she was given. You know, if you comment on a girl like, hey, you're cute, God gave her that shit. She didn't make that shit up herself. Now you comment on her on makeup, that's different. You know what I mean? Because you might, like as a guy, if a girl calls you cute, you'd be like, oh, all right, then thank you. You know what I mean? But if a girl said, I like your passion, you would really, that would actually hit you home. She hooked me, you know what I mean? Fuck, she made my dick hard, you know what I mean? So, first things first, compliment her about things that she has earned. Second thing is compliment about the environment around you as well. That's an easy conversation getter. It's indirectly direct. And with that, I want to end the video. You know, you guys have fun. I'm about to go talk to some girls, hang out with my boys. Primal Instinct, I'm out.
I always end up with them glamour girls, it's your type. Ended up running into problems that I did before. You always been there when I'm going hit the floor.